Hey guys, I have to make this video after seeing this terrible viral video. I don't even care that it's viral. I don't care that it's popular amongst these certain amount of people that I don't care for at all. I have to put my words out. These middle school kids, these terrible children, I don't care how amazing people think that they are, or even if they think they're terrible. I feel sorry for them. I don't know if you've seen the video already, but this video, it shows that this bus monitor, I think her name is Karen, everyone was trying to, these kids were on the bus, she's a bus monitor for the school, and these kids were just berating her with the most heinous comments that they can make about her. She is, I will admit, overweight. Doesn't matter. She's probably a wonderful person. Of course, I don't know her like that, but she put up with them in every sense that she possibly could, and I just don't understand how people can be so heartless. They just keep throwing insult after insult, saying that, oh, I'm going to go into your house, I'm going to stab you, and it'll be putting like my knife through butter because all of it's lard. And at one point in this video, literally she's just like, oh, she's sweating, guys, she's so fat that she's sweating out of her face. She wasn't sweating, she was crying. And I just looked at them, just the moronic, terrible things that they were saying just made me want to sit there. I just don't understand how someone could be so terrible, so awful. Yes, I don't know these kids. I don't know them at all. They could have the most terrible life in the world, but to take it out on somebody else, someone who's could be just so fragile and probably at the brink of whatever they're at, is ridiculous. Now currently there's a charity right now where you can send money. The goal for it was $50,000 to send her down. No, it wasn't $50,000. It was $5,000 to take her on a vacation away from being a bus monitor. And so far right now they're past that. They're at 65K, 650K right now. And I'm so happy to see that there is humanity in this world. But to see these kids, what is this generation has come to take what is usually known as internet trolling into real life. If that were my grandma, my grandma who's been dead for so many years right now, to think that if they were possibly talking about my grandma, I would have whooped some asses. Somebody would have gotten slapped upside their face just so quick that it wouldn't even have been funny. I will never understand how someone could be so terribly heartless. And I don't want to see any more of it. The next time I see someone bullied or even like scrutinized in any way, I will learn how to stand up and say, what makes you or gives you the right to make fun of somebody. I don't understand. I really don't. I want to believe that maybe these kids are just like those angsty-filled kids that they probably have a terrible home life, but these kids look like they're really well off. They have a nice camera that makes HD movies. That costs a lot, to be honest. A flip cam costs less than that. Maybe at some point this terrible infestation will stop. I don't understand how people can think that making fun of an old lady is funny, or she just sat there, just let the insults come, hitting her one by one, and she just sat there and took it. I mean, they said they'd sneak into her house and kill her, that they would use a knife to cut open her stomach and say that only lard would come out, like butter, and they said that, you know, if she cut her open, the McDonald's value meal would come out. That's just not funny. If that were me or anyone that I cared about, I would have stood up instantly and slapped almost every single person. I would have looked at them straight in their eye and said, what do you have to say now? Because it's just not funny. It's not. I don't think that anything like that could be funny at all. Just think, the person that you're making fun of, what if that was somebody that you cared about? Yes, there are the occasional times where you're out with your best friend, you you guys have that occasional, like, for the time where you start, like, insulting each other. But it's just a jokingly, like, insulting, but of course these kids aren't joking. Or they think it's joking, but she thinks that they're serious. Or in some possible way, she thinks that they're really trying to insult her to try to make her feel like a piece of crap. I just want to know what this world's come to.